Gather around, everyone. It's story time. But hang on. That's better. I just thought I would share a little something with you that I got from sitting outside yesterday in the midst of this beautiful sunshine weather that God sent our way, which is so funny because last week we were sitting in the cold because we were covered in ice. So I decided to take advantage of the nice weather and sit outside and read a little bit before I had to go to work. Oh, best decision. Had a cup of coffee, had some cake. And let me just insert this really quickly. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're drinking a cup of coffee outside, you automatically get transferred to Lake Como in Italy, in my opinion. But anyway, I recently started another painting project and it didn't go exactly according to plan. And not in the good way. Not in the way where, inspiration just overtook me and I just went with the wind wherever it would lead. No, this was more of like a situation where something happened I did not anticipate and I didn't know how to recover from. So then I really just kind of wanted to trash my project. Like many artists, when you run into a snag like this and it just throws everything off, you really just don't want to even continue, right? You're just mad at the project and you just cast it off, cast it aside, which of course then doesn't actually fix the problem. It is not a solution either, but I'm allowed to sit and brood about it for a couple of days because that's what artists do. But of course, I actually wanted to finish the project, but this kind of worked in my favor anyway, just because it was turning out all right, but it wasn't really the vision that I was going for in the first place. So sometimes that happens, bad things happen, and it leads you to a better direction. I really learned this from sitting outside, and that's the story I wanted to share with you. I like to sit outside and observe nature. I like to learn about life, really. And while I was sitting outside, just enjoying life, just enjoying fresh air and warm sunshine, I was reminded of the time a few years ago when a spider was attempting to build her web on the corner of our house. Prime real estate, really, to build a little web in between here because bugs pass through it. I mean, it was open on both sides. It was great, right? And I don't like spiders. I don't like them. They creep me out. I can't appreciate their purpose in life. Sit outside a lot. You will learn to appreciate the purpose that each creature has. The worms, the snakes, the spiders. Ugh, I don't like them, but I can appreciate them. And I think we can treat humans like that too. But, because I was on the inside and I was safe, away from creepy crawly things, it was mesmerizing to watch her build her web in that space between the gutter and the side of the house. And she worked so long and so hard on it, and it turned into a beautiful spider web, of course, the way that they do that. But the bad part was that after she worked so hard to make that spider's web, the wind would come. And this was in the fall. Of course, we get quite a bit of breeze and gust in the fall in most places. And it just tore up her web, just gone, like a candle in the wind. And again, I don't like spiders, and nobody wants spider webs near their house. I mean, we all turn into ninjas when we walk into them, you know? And I actually felt bad for her. But you know what? The next day, after the wind had taken her house down, essentially, she got up and started building a web again in the same spot. Just got back up and made a brand new web. Beautiful. Took all day to make, and there it was. And long story short, it just reminds me that when things don't go according to plan, when you run into a snag like this, it doesn't mean give up. It means you just need to keep going, and it sucks. But you know, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to continue, and then it makes you miserable because you never started and you procrastinated, all that stuff. There is something else to be said for this story. Madam Spider needed to learn that location is everything. This was just not prime real estate to build her web, because the wind came and tore that second web down. And I think that's when she realized, I need to move on. I need to go somewhere else. And that happens in artwork too. You know, if you try again, it's just not working out, you might need to just take that same idea and do something else, or put it somewhere else. Put that energy somewhere else. And that's what I'm gonna do with my project. It just, oh, it's so irritating that I ran into that little snag, but we'll just build our web on a different side of the house, if you will. So that's all I have for you today. I just thought I would share that little story with you, encourage you to go outside, learn about the world around us, and just know that if you're running into a snag with an art project, if you're running into a snag with your job or any ideas you might have, like most of us do, don't just give up. Maybe you just need to build your web somewhere else. Don't give up on your web. You need your web. Like that spider, she needed her web. She just had to learn the hard way, unfortunately, to build her web somewhere else. But she got it done, and that's the moral of today's story. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to leave me a like. Maybe tell me in the comments below something you've observed about nature that has influenced or impacted your life in the everyday. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, ring the little notification bell so you get updates about all my future projects. It's gonna be fun.